kilometerage allowance rate, a cheat. Dear comrades, it was reported by our comrades that Sri Ashwani Lohani, the chairman Railway Board, told that the kilometerage allowance rate of loco-paid passenger has been fixed at Rs 525 for 100 kilometers. This low fixation of rate at Rs 525 for loco-paid passenger is against the existing rules and against all the demands of the association as well as of the federations. It seems that the rate of Rs 525 is arrived by taking the 30% of the minimum of pay scale of Rs 35,400 of level 6 pay matrix. 30% of 35,400 is 10,620. TA for 20 days is 800 into 20, that is 16,000. So the total comes to 26,620. This sum divided by national average kilometerage of 5,100 comes to 522, which is rounded off to Rs 525. We are all aware that the fact that none of the loco pilot, whether in goods, passenger or mail, draw a minimum pay of the scale. Therefore, finding out the 30% pay element based on minimum of the scale for the purpose of computation of kilometerage allowance is totally unjust, unfair and gross violation of the rule and intended to rob the employees eligible emolument by hook or by crook. The 30% pay element is defined as pay by the President of India under Article 309 of the Constitution of India and incorporated in Indian Railway Establishment Code 1603. Under IREC 1603, the 30% pay element is defined as pay for the purpose of calculation of kilometerage allowance rate. Thus, while fixing the kilometerage allowance rate, strictly speaking on rules, the 30% pay element of the basic pay of each basic pay in the scale has to be taken and different KMA rate be fixed for each and every basic pay in the scale. For the convenience of the railway and taking the recommendation of the RAC 1980, instead of fixing different kilometerage allowance rate for different pay in the scale, a common rate is fixed for loco-paid as well as for ALP and shunters, taking the mean pay of the scale. This was the method adopted prior to 6th CPC. But in the 7th CPC, instead of taking the mean pay of 30% pay element in kilometerage allowance rate, minimum of basic pay has been taken. Thus, 30% pay element of 9,300 plus 4,200 was taken for fixing the kilometerage allowance rate in 2008, besides a low rate of TA of 210 instead of the original TA rate of Rs 340. Thus, in 2008, two mistakes have crept in the kilometerage allowance rate. First, 30% pay element is taken only for minimum of the pay and the grade pay. Second, instead of Rs 340 TA rate, they took the TA rate as 210, resulted in low kilometerage allowance rate and rupees 169 was fixed in 2008. Both the federations were members of the committee which fixed this rate, and both federations signed it also. Later on, realizing their mistake, the federations demanded to revise the rate, but Railway Board not resolved the issue. A dispute was raised by All India Loco Running Staff Association in this issue, which is now pending before National Industrial Tribunal for an adjudication. The same cheating is done now also by arriving kilometerage allowance rate at rupees 525 by taking the 30% of the pay element based on the minimum of scale of rupees 35,400. Every running staff are eligible for 30% basic pay as pay element according to their individual basic pay. Let us see the effect. By taking the 30% of minimum of basic pay of 35,400 as pay element, you get only rupees 10,620 as pay element if the rate is rupees 525. Suppose you are in higher pay in the scale, for example at rupees 60,000 in level 6, you are eligible for a pay element of rupees 18,000 through the running allowance. To get this 18,000 as pay element, the rate must be 18,000 plus 16,000, which is 20 days TA, divided by national average kilometer of 5,100, which comes to rupees 665. Thus, a loss of around rupees 7,190 per month for an LP who is in a pay of rupees 60,000 would be there if he is given with kilometerage allowance rate of rupees 525 only. Likewise, you can calculate for various pay which are more than rupees 35,400. If the pay is 51,000, the loss per month is around rupees 4,500 per month. If the pay is 80,000, then the loss will be around 13,200 per month with the rate of rupees 525. The same is the position of the assistant loco pilot too. Those who are in higher pay than the minimum of pay for ALP, they also lose in every month for the whole service. We have to vehemently oppose in fixing the kilometerage allowance rate based on minimum of scale for loco pilot, assistant loco pilot and guard totally. So
get ready for a strike.